Hey everybody, Rabbi Reuven Spolder here from Kitah. So I was teaching on Mishnah Masechet Sukkah about etrog, and the Mishnah talked about it, etrog from Terumot and etrog from Ma'asrot, etrog from Demai, and it was a great opportunity to explain what is the process of designating Terumot and Ma'asrot. So I made a short video about it, which explains the process of Terumot and Ma'asrot, and this is a great opportunity as we begin Masechet Demai. This is a great opportunity to understand all these terms and what Demai is. Here we go. Okay, here we are in our field, and we've got two farmers. We've got Farmer Dave and Farmer Bob. We've got other people too. We've got a Levi. We've got a Kohen. The Levi made him like a teacher because the job of the Levi was to teach. Let's go on and see what happens. Now, Farmer Bob or Farmer Dave, let's pick Farmer Bob. We're going to stay with Farmer Dave for now. Okay, Farmer Dave, we'll start with him. Farmer Dave is a regular farmer, okay, and we trust him. He does the mitzvah. So he has these two trumot. He has 100 bushels of wheat. So he has to give what's called, the Torah says he has to give truma de gedolah. Truma gedolah is the truma that you have to give to the Kohen. Hashem says, when you grow fruit, I grow etrogim, you grow oranges, it doesn't matter what you grow, you have to give truma to the Kohen. And the amount that we give is 1/40th, 50th, or 60th. So we're going to say, Bob has 100, you can count them up. 100 bushels of wheat. So, I'm sorry, Dave. Dave has 100 bushels of wheat. So now Dave decides, I'm going to give 2 of those bushels, 1/50th of my produce, to the Kohen, Truma Gedolah. Kohen is very happy. Everything's all good. Now what? Now what does Dave have to do? Let's go to the next thing. Dave has to give Ma'aser Rishon. The Torah says Dave has to give, I gotta move myself. Dave has to give 10 bushels. 10 Ma'aser Rishon means all these 10. Ma'aser means 1/10. Ma'aser means La'aser, take 10th. So Dave has to take 10. He's got 100. He takes these 10 bushels, and he has to give them to the Levi. The Levi's job is to teach Torah and to be around and live around the Jewish people. The Levi doesn't have an inheritance either, so he gets 10 bushels. Okay, very good. Levi's very, very happy. He got 10 bushels of wheat from Dave the farmer. That's Ma'aser Rishon. The next thing we're going to work on is another kind of Ma'aser. And this depends upon what year are we in the Shemitah cycle. So in the first, second, fourth, and fifth year of the Shemitah cycle, remember the Shemitah cycle is 7 years. So in the first, second, fourth, and fifth year, you have Dave has to take off, he has to separate Ma'aser Sheni. And Ma'aser Sheni is Ma'aser that Dave, he gets to keep it. Dave gets to keep his Ma'aser Sheni, but he can't eat it. Let's say he lives, I don't know, in Yad Binyamin in Israel. So Dave, he's a farmer in Yad Binyamin, but he can't eat this Ma'aser Sheni in Yad Binyamin. Rather, Dave has to take these 10 bushels and he has to bring them to Yerushalayim, and he eats these bushels in Yerushalayim. Now, once he gets to Yerushalayim, Dave can do one of two things. If he doesn't want to carry or schlep all of his produce, he can say, listen, I'm going to transfer the value of these bushels onto money, take the money to Yerushalayim and buy food or drinks in Yerushalayim. He could do that. But that's Ma'aser Sheni. Ma'aser Sheni has to be eaten in Yerushalayim. On the third and sixth year, he gives Ma'aser Ani. Ma'aser Ani, he has to give it to the poor person. So 4 out of the 6 years, he takes it to Yerushalayim. 2 out of 6 years, it's Ma'aser Ani, he gives it to the poor person. The 7th year is Shemitah. He can't collect any of this. He doesn't collect any of this. Now, we think we're done. We're not done. There's one more thing we have to know about, right? So Dave is done. Dave gave Truma Gedolah. Dave gave Ma'aser. Dave gave Ma'aser Rishon. Dave gave Ma'aser Sheni. But there's something else. The Levi has to give what's called Trumat Ma'aser. He has to give 1/10 of his Ma'aser. He has to give this to the Kohen. Now the Kohen is super happy because our Kohen, we got to move this to the front. Our Kohen got 2 bushels of truma from Dave, and 1 bushel of truma from Trumat Ma'aser from Levi. Okay, let's go back for a minute though, for 1 second, because if we go all the way back here, if Dave is a chaver, Dave's a nice guy, then Dave is gonna give Ma'aser to the Levi. Levi's gonna be very happy. Dave's gonna give Ma'aser to the Levi, no problem at all. Levi's gonna be very excited. But what happened was, in the times of the Mishnah, let's say, well, not Dave. Dave is what's called a chaver. Dave is, let's make him into a chaver. A chaver means he's a reliable person who follows the halacha very, very, very carefully. That's Dave. Dave is a chaver. But Bob is not a chaver. And Bob is like, Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm supposed to give 1 out of every 10 of my bushels to the Levi? What did he do? Why should I give him so much money? The Kohen, fine, I can give 2, and it's very holy, and if I eat Truma, it's very bad. I'm going to get karet, so I'm not doing that. But I'm not giving Maaser Rishon to the Levi. You got to be kidding. And the people would not want to give their Maaser to the Levi. Now, that's all fine and good, except there's only one problem. Let's go back down and remember that when we're all done, the Levi himself, Mr. Levi, he had to give Trumat Maaser. He had to give Trumat Maaser to the Kohen. He had to give his Trumat Maaser to the Kohen. So in this, if you go back one thing, in this Maaser Rishon, there is Truma. So therefore, if we go back, let's go back to Bob. Let's go back all the way to Farmer Bob at the beginning. And Farmer Bob's like, are you nuts? I'm not giving 10 of my bushels to a Levi. But Bob forgot that inside of these 10 bushels, there's Truma. So therefore, if I want to buy fruit from Bob, maybe, I don't know. If I can't trust Bob, if Bob's not a chaver, that means that his produce is called Demai.